Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? I just literally earlier today, like maybe like 15 minutes ago, maybe like 20 minutes ago. I'm really bad with time. I just hit Lord on Doctor Strange, as I've been trying to do for a long time, so I figured I would make a little video about how I hit Lord and some tips and stuff that I learned along the way, so this is what I want to do today. The most basic thing that I always do as Strange is this little combo here, so it's kind of like a double hit and then like a little smack with the explosion. So every time you hit somebody as Strange, you see the little thing in the middle. It kind of like, you know, puts your counter up, so it says 63, and every single time you're not attacking, it kind of goes down a little bit, like right there. So you have to like constantly try to be attacking, and once it hits 100 like that, then you can hit R1 or whatever the other ability is, and then just like, you know, smack that, which is, what is it called? The Maelstrom of Madness. Yes. So once that's like fully charged, you can kind of just explode some things. So you don't want to really pop that unless someone's really low and you know it'll kill them, or unless it's like max, like full, you know, because it doesn't. Yo, buddy, can you like lock in and be the Hulk or something? What the hell? All right, there we go. Yo, what's good, gang? You're back. All right, so if I'm like attacking the Hulk, right, and I get my meter up to 100, right, and then I can pop it, boom, explosion. It does a pretty good amount of damage, but I wouldn't pop it unless you knew it was gonna kill them, because it doesn't do enough damage to really care. Like, I would hit it right here, right on this angle is like probably the best time to hit it, like with that amount of HP. So that's the kind of the combo, especially with squishies. It literally will one tap. It's a really good combo. So it's like headshot, headshot, boom, explosion. You know what I mean? It's really good. Now you add a second like degree of a corn. Hey, excuse me, bro. You add a second degree of like a super corny little combo you can do, which is like super fun to pull off. Which is you add a little melee weave in there. So melee weaving is kind of like attacking, like meleeing between your attacks like that, right? So it's like kind of an animation cancel kind of thing if you hit it like right timing. And you do it super easy. Like, so with squishies, you can just rock people, bro. Like, genuinely. So if I hit like a double headshot melee and then explosion, it goes like this. How crazy is that? That's like actually insane. So you can just like constantly be meleeing, primary attacking, just all the time. It's just unreal. Like that's so silly to do to people. It's actually wild. What else? Oh, also, I would not use your fly, your little cape thing, your little thing like this. I would not use this like just like randomly. Like this is genuinely like a fail, like safe for me. I use this as like if I'm in a big old pickle, you know what I mean? If I'm in a pickle, then I pop that. I wouldn't just be popping that for no reason, because like as you can see, it takes a while to come back. Like it takes, I think it's like 10 seconds. I don't know how long it is, but it takes a while for it to come back. So you don't want to just like pop that at any time. What I would do it for is if there's a Groot and he's like throwing walls down. Like let's say I backed up against a wall, like I can't go back. Oh no, there's a Groot wall behind me. I can't move. Boom! I jump over that thing. Also, I wouldn't stay in the air with it. Like, I wouldn't just pop it and just stay up here like this. Like, I wouldn't just, oh, wow, look, whoa, wow, look, I can attack. Like, you're not really a flying character. You can kind of just hover a little bit. So when you do that, you make yourself like a huge target, like a super huge target. And it's just like, you probably don't want to be doing that. So what I will say is, if you need to get up somewhere, just pop it and then just instantly drop it again. Okay, well, I just popped it on twice on accident, but just pop it and then drop. Like, just to get over a wall, or just to like get the target off of you, because like they'll lose you, and you can just drop back down back into your team and fall back a little bit if you're a little bit too far in there, you know what I mean? Oh, sorry about that, Bruce. Anyway, another thing. This is absolutely huge, and I need to stress this to you guys so much. Okay, if you're new to Strange, if you're a beginner, if you're like, you know, you play him a little bit, you're just trying to figure out how to get Lord, I'm telling you right now, I need you to understand. Okay? I need you to understand. His portal is the most useful thing in the entire game. And I mean that. I'm so genuine when I say that. There's been so many times where the portal has literally saved the entire game. I'm not even over-exaggerating at all. Like, there's been so many times. If you've seen me play Strange ever, I have 100% done. I do it every single time I play Strange. I always save his portal. His portal is so important. If you are trying to pop a portal, let's say it's about to be OT, you have to be familiar with how long it takes to be able to get there, to be able to put the portal down in enough time to stop the OT. And I need to stress this so hard. you have to be familiar with the map. If you're not familiar with the map, you need to be able to pop this portal as quick as possible and don't hit walls. You need to be able to, don't do this. Like, don't pop a portal and then go like, oh no, oh man, I'm stuck on a wall. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna, I need to, oh, I missed the door. Oh, I gotta, okay, but I'm just gonna, you gotta be familiar. You gotta be familiar. You gotta understand, because every single millisecond is so important. It's unreal. So if I'm trying, let's say I'm trying to get like over there, right? Like way down there. You gotta be familiar enough with the map where I can pop this right here and go,
I'm opening a portal
as fast as humanly possible. Don't get stuck on anything. In and out, boom, like this, up, down, around. You gotta get good with this, or else you are going to literally cost your team so many like games you can be saving. Like so many games you could be saving. Like just being super familiar with the map to the point where like you can do this as fast as possible. Genuinely. My other tip for this is if you're trying to portal somewhere, don't do what I just did. Do not put this on the ground. Don't ever put the exit portal on the ground, because what's going to happen is, let's pretend I'm a bad guy and I'm going to be like this, boom, 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 boom. You can't get in. No, you're not getting in. None shall pass. Some Gandalf looking stuff. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Because what you want to do is you want to pop this portal. Okay, well, don't do that. Don't pop this in the air. That, because your teammates can never. Don't put the entrance portal in the air, because no one can get in it but you. What you want to do is you're going to want to, like, let's say this is the point, right? You don't want to put it down here, right? You don't want to put it down here because they can get it. So what you want to do is you want to put it up a little bit into an angle. Don't ever angle it up, because your team can't jump in this. Like there'll be some times where you can't jump out. Like, I mean, right now I kind of can, but there'll be some times where that's it right there. It makes it kind of awkward to jump out, right? So it's kind of like you kind of fall into yourself. So I wouldn't do that either. But you want to make sure it's tilted downwards a little bit and up off the ground. Let's say that's the point right here. Like angled down a little bit right there, and then boom, and then that's the perfect portal. Now I will say, you also don't want to put it up too high, because if you need to hit the point like in as much time as possible, if you put it up that high, the time it takes you to drop down, it does not count. You have to touch the ground for it to start counting the points for the OT. So in theory, if you put the portal up that high and it's too high, all these seconds it takes you to drop, the OT can end. So it's like this nice in between where you want to kind of get used to the portal there. And the portal is, I'm telling you right now, guys, the portal is so important, bro. Like, if I had a montage to show you all the times I've clutched entire game, like just from the portal alone, from me doing like the perfect portal, I would show you right now. I don't have a montage. I might make one, but it is so genuinely important. Also, if it wasn't clear earlier, the higher your number in the center of the screen is, the more damage the explosion does. So if I use the explosion at like 10, it won't do anything. Just to be clear, I don't think I said that enough. All right, the shield. The shield. This is something that's super big, okay? A lot of people think the shield is just to block damage, and it is. The shield is just to block damage. It really is. I promise, like, that's what it does. Like, it basically just blocks stuff, of course. But the thing that I use it for the most, the thing that got me lured, the thing that set me apart from the other Doctor Stranges, the thing that makes me different, the thing that makes things a little different is, let's say somebody's playing Bucky, or somebody's playing a character where they get pulled, like someone can pull them, and let's say this Hulk gets pulled, like boom, whoa, he gets pulled backwards. What I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna just attack him and try to get him dead. I'm gonna step in front of him, behind him a little bit, and pop this shield up. The reason why is because my team can now attack the Hulk, and I'm blocking all of the heals from touching the Hulk. So he's not going to get healed at all, right? So imagine he's not getting healed whatsoever. And what's going to happen is my team is going to be able to attack him. And if he doesn't even know I'm back here, he has no idea why he's not getting healed, right? So I'm just going to fully block all the heals going to hit my shield and just stop. They're all going to stop, and we're going to be able to pick this guy. So basically think of it like we're separating him out from the rest of his team, and I'm literally like putting him in like a blanket. I'm like swaddling him like a baby right now. I put him in some Pampers. This guy he's out of here, bro. Like, genuinely, separating the team like that is so important, because what's going to happen is you're going to have moments where you have the entire team trying to push through your shield, and it's going to cause them to make themselves like out of line. They're going to get out of like, they're going to separate themselves trying to do it. They're going to all panic trying to save the Hulk or whoever's been pulled into my shield. Something else. The one I won't talk about I won't talk about the team ups, because the team ups are going to change. So right now, The team up is with Wanda, and it doesn't really do much for you other than give you HP. And because those are going to change, I won't talk about that too much. But just right now, just, you know, just in general terms of just being a tank for any tank, not even just Strange, you want to find a nice medium of being in there, like being in a fight, like being up close range, and then knowing when you need to back up and be more of a wall for your team. Because, like, you can play Strange as like a huge dive character. Like, he's a really good dive. Like, look how crazy this can go, you know what I mean? Obviously, I have infinite cooldown on, but he can go crazy on dive. Like, the ability to, like, hit this little combo with the whip and with the explosion and with all that stuff, it's really, really good. But you do need to know when to back up, because you will take a lot of damage. Your shield does, like, it tanks so much damage. It tanks 800 damage. Look at that, 800 damage. But the problem is that when it breaks, you are fully vulnerable. You don't have any movement. You have no anything. And you do not want to pop this portal in the middle of a fight, because if a Spider-Man grabs me right now, or if a Hela hits her ability on me, if anybody hits anything on me, if a Wolverine grabs me, if anything happens to me whatsoever, if anyone touches me at all, I get distracted, just the same way Doctor Strange got distracted in Spider-Man No Way Home, and the entire thing gets cooked, okay? So the portal cancels. It does use the portal, so the cooldown will be on 2 minutes, and you don't have a portal. No portal came out of that. So you want to be very careful that you're protected when you're portaling as well. And the last thing I want to talk about is the ult. The ult is so good if you hit it properly, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now let's talk about, I wish I had like Jack here. Oh, I wish I had like Jack here to help explain this, but if you hit this ult perfectly, okay, if you hit this like really, really well, I'm telling you right now that this will be one of the nicest ults you've ever hit in your life. So a lot of people, what they do is they'll try to just walk up and hit the ult. My recommendation is not just to walk up and go, woo, boom, ult. Okay. She's killed him. My recommendation is not to do that, okay? Because you're very vulnerable when you're ulting. Like, if I was hit this ult, this entire animation where the diamond's above my head, like, the entire time I'm being a sim, right? In The Sims 4, I'm literally so vulnerable. So I can take damage, and I take a lot of it. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. What I do recommend doing is I recommend hitting one of these little jumps, right? Boom, drop down, and while you're in the air, popping the ult. So remember when I said pop the jump, and at the peak of your jump, right? At the peak of your jump, just turn it off. So jump and then fall, right? Cancel. Now you want to time it as good as possible, so the ult hits as soon as you touch the ground, because that leaves like the most chance for you to like survive, obviously. But the timing is like obviously kind of crazy to get down. You don't want to be on the ground like that while you do it. I mess it up. You want to like touch the ground as soon as the ult pops off, basically. So you have as much time as possible. Boom. Perfect. Perfect right there. That was the one you want to do. So you have enough time for the animation to go off, but you're not super vulnerable because you're in the air and you're falling, which makes you like a harder target to hit, obviously. So that is, ladies and gentlemen, that is genuinely some of the best things that you're gonna do as Strange. Now, the last thing I want to tell you, there's one more thing. If you look at his abilities here, it says my passive. Dark magic accumulates with every hit on an enemy. Dark magic peaks for too long. Doctor Strange will be cursed with anti-heal. So a lot of the times, what's happening here is if I fill this meter up, right? Look at the meter in the center. If I fill this meter up, right, and then pop that, and then I keep doing it, right? Look, it's on 100. It's on 100 because I'm still attacking. You see? Look at my HP. Did you see my HP? If it's on 100 for too long, I have anti-heal. So basically, you don't want to keep attacking. Once you hit the 100 on that and you use your explosion, you kind of want to back off a little bit, because you can start to take anti-heal. You have to use the explosion or else it will back up. So basically, if you hit 100, you have to explode. You have to get rid of that. You have to. Because if you don't, like I said, it will build up and then it will start to be an anti-heal, because the dark magic is accumulating within you. So explode, get rid of it. Oh, I didn't do it quick enough. So you gotta get rid of that, or else you will start to take some anti-heal, which means your teammates cannot heal you and you are very vulnerable. So you don't want that to happen. So that's another thing. You gotta be aware of that, because a lot of people, they don't even know that happens. I've seen so many Strange mains that don't even know that the anti-heal is like a thing. They don't even realize like what's going on. They're just like, oh my god, somebody anti-healed me. No, you're doing it to yourself. You have to pop the explosion. You have to make sure you stop attacking and get that out, or else it will cause some problems. But yeah, the reason why it's not doing it now is because I have the infinite cooldown on. So if I go up to 100, let me show you one more time, because the 100% the no cooldowns is cooking it. So let me show you. If I get all the way up to 100, if I explode before the like animation of the little eyeball stops, then it'll cleanse the dark magic. So that's what you need to do. So never hold on to your explosion. Always make sure you explode as soon as you got it. But yeah, that's that. So that's basically it. Like I said, just be confident. Strange is like super confident, and as much as you can, make sure you're shielding your teammates. Like, don't only play for yourself, play for your team as well. And yeah, you should lord in no time. He is one of the harder ones. I'll show you. He is one of the harder lords to hit because he actually does have an insane ability. Like the last one down here is usually the one that's easier. So like on I don't know, like on Iron Fist, right? I don't play Iron Fist that much, obviously, but on Iron Fist it's just gain health, which is super easy to do. But on Doctor Strange's, it's actually tied to his ult, so it's actually crazy hard to do. It's like, this is every time you hit an ult on somebody, so it takes a little slower to do, and his block damage is very, very high. It's 100,000. So yeah, that is that, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so you should hit Lord in absolutely no time, ladies and gentlemen. I might post the game of me playing the game where I hit Strange, but that'll be a completely different video all on its own. So I hope you guys learned something new today. Hope you guys have some fun on Strange. I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Take care of yourself. I can't speak, bro. Oh my god, it's 100 degrees in my apartment. I'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. Peace.